Rare indeed and bracing are the moments that strip us of certainties and force us back to consideration of our most fundamental values. Such was 2016. Donald Trump campaigned to an America now largely dependent on televisual and social media provisioned sources of information and misinformation. Institutions such as newspapers, political parties, and universities that have traditionally helped test and vet evidence and argument hit and must now face the limits of their influence. As a society, we find that our disagreements are deep, and that many of us, perhaps even most of us, too easily personalize them. We are dangerously near treating one another as aliens. Where to from here? The single most helpful resource I have hit upon this fall is an old book by the Roman politician and intellectual Cicero. It's called On Duties. In it, Cicero offers guidance on navigating turbulent political times. Remember, he says, your distinct roles and their specific responsibilities. It is fine, he says, to take on first one role and then another, the persona of the father and then of the politician, for instance, or the persona of the philosopher and then the citizen. None of us needs be just one thing. But as we move from role to role, we must have clearly in view the responsibilities that pertain to each. One's duty is to perform the responsibilities of the roles one has entered into. The mission of universities is to educate. The responsibility of professors derives from that mission. The grounding commitment is to truth. The mission of a news organization is to record accurately the course of events, including patterns of deception and duplicity. Again, the grounding commitment is to truth. The mission of a citizen, an American citizen, is to defend America indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The grounding commitment is to human moral equality, as in the Declaration of Independence. This too entails a dedication to truth. We hold these truths to be self-evident, reads the Declaration, as it introduces the fact of human moral equality. America, the indivisible, spreads opportunity wide and embraces all colors, all creeds within the sunshine of equal regard. America, the indivisible, looks at the divisions between rural and urban communities and seeks bridge-building solutions. America, the indivisible, looks at patterns of racial and socioeconomic residential segregation and inequalities in access to housing and transportation, and seeks reinvestment in public infrastructure such as transportation and housing that will connect communities now separated. America, the indivisible, defends its borders, but welcomes strangers, and recognizes that those who put down roots here and put their backs into the work of building strong communities have earned our regard. And America, the indivisible, rejects invidious distinctions among potential immigrants. Quota systems must go. Entrance should be by pure lottery from among those eligible on the grounds of security assessments. America, the indivisible, acknowledges the ravages of illegal drugs and seeks solutions aimed both at achieving the health and well-being of as many as possible of those touched by the world of drugs, and aimed at limiting the harm caused by drugs to the rest. America, the indivisible, looks to places such as Portugal, where marijuana has been legalized and other drugs decriminalized, and where adolescent drug use is down and the percentage of users seeking treatment is up. We do not look to the Philippines, where a deepened investment in a war on drugs has metastasized into extrajudicial murder. And America, the indivisible, seeks to reduce the footprint of the criminal justice system, so that we have funds to invest in public education, including our state universities. Once upon a time, we led the world in spreading the benefit of education. America, the Indivisible, will rediscover the truth that education is a public good. It strengthens economies, communities, and individuals by spurring human flourishing. Each and every one of us can defend America, the Indivisible, by running for office at all levels, by seeking inclusiveness in every decision-making process of which we are a part, by supporting organizations and leaders who defend basic political and civil rights, equal protection of the law and due process, and basic human rights, especially for the most vulnerable among us. We can defend America, the Indivisible, by reminding the anchor institutions of civil society to return to their core missions and to apply themselves assiduously to their responsibilities. We can defend America, the Indivisible, by holding up the values we believe in, often and everywhere, with firm voices, clarity of commitment, and charity toward those with whom we disagree. We can defend America, the Indivisible, by telling the truth. Here's to a fine 2017.